You can move to the next one. Yeah. This is the pictures of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the altar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to describe the altar?
Yeah, this is a very interesting piece of bronze we found in the new exhibition. Currently, we call it a bronze altar, but we actually do not know the actual function of it. And this is also the first time we found something like this in Chinese archaeology. Yeah. So I just want to listen more from Professor Rosen to say how her opinion on this altar is, because this is very interesting and a very special one. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it is, but one of the
just maybe I will give you first a very brief introduction about how it looks like. Maybe on this picture.
Okay, you describe it. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe we go to the first picture and the previous one. Yeah. Okay, can we go back to the, it's from this one. We can see from the left picture, we can see this is, we call it a bronze altar. It consists of 3 parts from the lower part to the top. And the lower part is a hollow foundation. We can see the hollow part of it is a foundation, square foundation. And the most important part is the middle part. The middle part is just a platform, and we have found almost like 13 small human figures on it. They have different gestures and different style. For example, there are 4 people kneeling down a small pole and carrying a bracket, and another beast standing on the bracket of this platform. Because from this picture we can see the beast, the head of the beast is towards down, and the tail of it is just facing us. And there are another 4. We can go to the next slide. So this is the middle part of the altar, and so there are another 4 figures just sitting there. This is the first time we see some people sitting on something in China, bronze China, and some people just wearing very fine clothes and sitting there, and they have very special hairstyle. And within all these, in the center of all these peoples, there is a small ones, just a one figure carrying a lei vessel in the center. So in total there are 14, and then on each corner of the altar of this platform, we can see on the very right side of this picture there is a small figure just kneeling down and have his hands holding something there. And so in this part there are almost like 13 people just have different postures on it. So maybe we can show this video. This is how we are doing the work on it. This is the altar is here. This is a small beast there. This is a small beast there. We're doing the cleaning, and we're taking it out of the pits. We're getting it out of the pit. In June this year. This is the beast, how the beast looks like, and we can see there's the people. There is a person just riding on the top of it, and the top part of his body had missing, but we can still there is a person riding on the beast. So but we don't know how to explain this pieces of artifacts. It's very special. And it's very good work, We can see very fine technology they have been used for making these special artifacts. This is this is still of it, and how our archaeologists are working there too, because it's very fragile. So we have to do a lot of work to make it safe. We can see there are 4 people carrying a bracket. And the beast we have taken it out. This is how it looks like. Very great work. because we haven't finished the restoration work, it's still undergoing the restoration work, and it needs some time for us to clean it in the library. Yeah. So how you think about it?
Well, what you call an altar is, there are some other examples in the earlier pits of these compositions, very complicated compositions with little figures being held up by an elephant-like beast or holding an elephant-like beast. I suspect they are trying to reproduce, like an image, a picture or sculpture, some sort of ceremony or ritual in which an elephant or an elephant-like beast is very important. And this is quite rare in China. You don't see what you might call a kind of replaying a picture for you of what a ceremony might look like. So these guys carrying these large planks on which the beast stands are somewhat like as you show here, are somewhat like you could imagine a ceremony on a bigger scale actually at Sanxingdui, or this is an imaginary recreation of it. But again, though we don't know what it says, it's telling us something very important. We do not have this sort of information from central China. This is a totally unique, and we're very lucky that you found it at Sanxingdui, and very fortunate that so much care and effort is going into restoring it, because though we should be quite patient, we shouldn't think we can interpret something that these distant people developed, but we get the opportunity to see it. And that tells us that how creative and energetic these people were, and how very clear their picture of a mysterious visionary life was. They created their vision for us in bronze. We're very lucky to see it, even if we cannot directly say what it means.
Yes, but especially when we say it's an altar, but the actual function of it is unknown. Maybe, for example, like in sensor or some kind of other things, or just like a sculpture put in front of a lot of people, just like during the ritual activities. So still many things we don't know. Yeah.
But we should realize how privileged we are to see it. Nobody before our generation had ever seen it. Sanxingdui is something nobody before 1980s really ever saw.
We're lucky.
We're very lucky. I could imagine these sculptures being carried in a procession with some story attached to them. This isn't the only one. This is very odd, with these little figures with strange hair. But there is another very beautiful one displayed in the museum at Sanxingdui, which comes from the pits of 1986. So probably there were several, and they are some way ceremonial for carrying or display at a special event. I mean, we have equivalent in the cribs of the Christ child at Christmas, or displays at Easter in procession in the West. So I think we're looking at some reproduction, some way of presenting some important idea or vision of our belief. And we're incredibly fortunate to have this unusual experience. And you are so fortunate in Sichuan province to be taking part in the discovery. I mean, it's an amazing discovery.
Yeah, but it's not easy work. Okay, maybe we can go to the next slide. Yeah.